Most men think they understand women. They believe attraction is about money, status, or saying the right words. But here's the brutal truth. Nearly 97% of men have no idea how women truly think. They move through life blind, chasing shadows, never realizing that female desire is not random, it's psychological. And this is where the few men who do understand separate themselves from the masses. Because once you uncover the hidden triggers that shape attraction, everything changes. Suddenly, you're no longer confused by mixed signals. You no longer waste time on women who don't respect you. Instead, you carry yourself in a way that makes women feel drawn to you, trust your presence, and crave your energy both emotionally and physically. These are not cheap tricks. They're not shallow pickup tactics. These are timeless psychological principles rooted in human nature, quietly tested for centuries. And here's the reality. Women will never openly admit them, but they respond to them every single time. When you master these truths, you won't just improve your dating life. You'll command respect, you'll awaken desire, you'll inspire deep emotional investment without ever begging, chasing, or pretending to be someone you're not. But here's the catch. You need to stay with me until the very end, because the fifth and final secret is the one that flips the switch. It's the difference between being just another man she forgets and being the man she cannot stop thinking about, the man who lingers in her mind at night, long after the conversation ends. So listen carefully. Take notes, because after this, you'll never see women or yourself the same way again. Number 1. Women speak in tests, not in truths. Here's the first psychological reality most men never grasp. Women rarely communicate directly. Instead, they test. These tests aren't about words. They're about strength. When she says, "I'm not sure you're my type," when she suddenly grows distant, or when she deliberately flirts with another man in front of you, it's not random. It's not always rejection. It's measurement. Think of it like this. A woman's subconscious is wired to seek security, to find a man who can handle not just her moods, but life itself. She doesn't care about the smooth line you memorized or how hard you chase when she pulls away. She's watching something far deeper. Do you remain steady when challenged, or do you break under pressure? The average man panics. He explains himself. He texts paragraphs. He bends. He chases harder. And in doing so, he fails. Not because she wanted him gone, but because he revealed his weakness. Every cold shoulder, every ignored text, every wave of silence is her way of asking, can this man stand firm when storms come? Can I lean on him, or will I be forced to lead myself? A Stoic man doesn't take these tests personally. He doesn't beg for clarity or validation. He stands calm, unshaken, because he knows his worth doesn't depend on temporary approval. And here's the truth. Tests never stop. They're not cruelty. They're a woman's way of ensuring she can trust your strength. Fail them, and respect dissolves. Pass them, and her attraction deepens. Number 2. Emotional control is irresistible. Here's the second truth. Women are magnetically drawn to men who control their emotions. Forget the lies you've been sold, that it's your height, your bank account, or the car you drive that creates lasting attraction. Those things might get attention, but they don't command respect. What truly separates you from the masses is your ability to remain calm, composed, and unshakable no matter what storm is thrown your way. Think about it. She tests you with sarcasm, ignores your message for hours, or tries to push your buttons in public. Most men crack under the weight. They get defensive, raise their voices, argue, or spiral into insecurity. That emotional weakness is poison. It instantly kills attraction because it signals that he cannot lead himself, let alone her. But the man who stays grounded, the one who lowers his voice instead of raising it, who smirks instead of snapping back, who treats provocation as wind brushing against stone. That man radiates power. His calm presence speaks a language words cannot. It says, I am steady, I'm strong, I'm in command of myself, and if I can control myself, I can handle anything life throws at us. Understand this. Women don't just crave comfort, they crave safety. And true safety doesn't come from muscles, money, or promises. It comes from a man who governs his emotions. When you master yourself, you naturally control the emotional energy of the room. That kind of presence is rare. Maybe 3% of men ever truly embody it, and when you do, you become unforgettable. Number 3. Confident leadership is magnetic. The third psychological secret is this: women are wired to respond to confident leadership. But let's clear something up. Leadership is not about controlling her, barking orders, or forcing dominance. True leadership begins within. It means living with direction, clarity, and purpose. It means guiding your life with strength and decisiveness in a way that naturally invites others, women included, to follow. Picture 2 men. The first knows what he wants. He plans the evening, chooses the restaurant, and sets the tone with calm confidence. His energy says, relax, I've got this. The second man constantly asks, what do you want to do? Are you sure this is okay? Do you like this? He second-guesses himself, seeks her validation, and puts the weight of leadership on her shoulders. Which man sparks desire, and which man quietly drains it? Understand this. When a woman feels a man's steady leadership, she feels safe. Safe to lean into her feminine energy. Safe to trust his vision. Safe to relax and follow his lead. This is not about dominance. It's about direction. A man who knows where he's going doesn't need approval. His presence alone creates stability and attraction. Start small. Decide what to eat without hesitation. Choose the weekend plans instead of leaving them open-ended. Lead your own life so powerfully that she doesn't feel burdened. She feels drawn into your orbit. Because women don't crave a man who waits for cues. They crave a man who sets the path forward, unshaken, magnetic, and sure. Number 4. Women speak through subtle cues, not words. Here's the fourth truth. Women rarely communicate attraction directly. Instead, they speak a hidden language, a language of subtle cues, gestures, and energy. Every glance, every pause, every shift in tone carries meaning far deeper than the words you hear. A longer than usual stare, a tilt of her head, the way she touches her hair or leans just slightly closer. These are not accidents. They are signals, but most men miss them. Why? Because they cling to words. She says, I'm fine, and he takes it literally. She says she's not upset, yet her crossed arms, her cold tone, and the silence between her words reveal the opposite. He believes the script instead of seeing the play, and by doing so, he loses her before the game even begins. The truth is this: women reveal themselves in what is unspoken. Their psychology is built on nuance, attraction, interest, even frustration. These often surface through energy, not direct statements. A high-value man knows this. He doesn't get trapped in overanalyzing words or demanding explanations. He reads the room, observes the body, feels the energy, and then responds with calm confidence. Not by chasing, not by over-explaining, but by staying grounded. When you develop this awareness, you stop missing the green lights she places before you. You stop stepping blindly into the red ones. Instead, you begin to see the map she is quietly drawing, a map that guides you straight into her trust, her comfort, and ultimately, her attraction. Number 5. Controlled tension creates desire. This final secret separates the ordinary man from the unforgettable one. Women are not drawn to constant comfort or predictability. They are drawn to tension, the kind that sparks anticipation, mystery, and desire. It's not chaos or drama they crave, but the electricity of being with a man who is calm, grounded, yet knows how to stir her emotions. Most men destroy attraction by being too eager, too available, too predictable. They rush intimacy, they overshare, they collapse under her tests. And in doing so, they kill the very spark that could have drawn her deeper. But the man who understands tension, he plays a different game. He teases without cruelty, withholds just enough to let her imagination work, balances warmth with challenge. In conversation, on dates, even over text, he leaves space. He allows her to lean in, to wonder, to crave. Controlled tension is the flame that keeps desire alive. It's the balance between dominance and mystery, between showing interest and holding back. When you master this, you stop chasing her attention. She starts chasing yours. Long after you leave the room, you remain in her thoughts. The Golden Rules recap. Stay calm under pressure. Never let her tests shake your frame. Read signals. Her body reveals truths her words conceal. Lead with confidence. Make decisions. Own direction. Create tension. Don't give it all away. Let her crave your presence. Build yourself. True power comes from a solid life. Conclusion. Now you know the 5 psychological secrets almost every man misses. Women aren't captivated by charm alone. They are drawn to calm strength, confident leadership, and controlled tension. These are the traits of the high-value man. The question is, will you remain in the 97% who guess and fail? Or will you master these truths and become unforgettable? Stay grounded, stay silent, stay powerful. If you're ready to master yourself and rise above the ordinary, subscribe to the Stoic Wolf and step into the life of a high-value man.